Axon Enterprise announced a really interesting acquisition this week of an AI-powered 911 emergency response company. Now, Axon is the company that you need to think about as an ecosystem for law enforcement. And this has been a phenomenal business to follow for investors. You can see here, shares are up 127,000% since the early 2000s. If we just look even in the past 5 years, shares are up 720%. And that's because Axon has become the go-to for law enforcement ecosystem. So not only tasers, that's really where they started as a company, but also body cameras, drones, and now moving into things like 911 response with AI-powered tools. I think this makes a ton of sense for the company, but I want to go through where it fits in their overall strategy. My name is Travis Hoium. Thanks for watching Asymmetric Investing. Please subscribe here on YouTube for all my content. And thanks to this video sponsor, The Motley Fool. If you go to fool.com/ASYM, they'll give you their top 10 stocks to buy right now. Now, this performance has actually made Axon my biggest personal holding. So love to see announcements like this. Axon to acquire 911 powered communications company prepared to strengthen their public safety ecosystem. So what exactly are they doing? This is the key right here. AI powered emergency communications platform 911 makes actionable intelligence and enables faster response. So they're able to synthesize audio, text, video, and GPS in real-time translation into a single view. That's this ecosystem part. So you're taking in a 911 call, maybe images, maybe videos to give a better idea to law enforcement of what's exactly going on in a certain situation. They're already working with 1,000 agencies in 49 states, and this strengthens Axon's ability to help law enforcement from call to closure. I think that is a good way to look at Axon's business, is they want to be there when that first call is made, and then obviously they're the tool that is collecting a lot of data, particularly with body cameras, and then also working with law enforcement with things like evidence.com to be able to close cases as well. So where does this fit in the overall ecosystem? This is a good image from Axon, and I'm going to focus right here. This is really the data that's being pulled in. So you have Axon Fleet, that's going to be cameras that are going to be in vehicles. Body, that's going to be the cameras that on a actual police officer. Tasers. Axon Air is going to be another piece of this, the drone. And then Dedrone was a recent acquisition for Axon as well. So this would really fit into this communicate and act piece. And then that obviously ties to analyze and report. So Axon One, Axon Interview, evidence records, all of these things that they have added over the past 5 to 10 years. So the ecosystem keeps expanding, keeps extending. Like I said, we started with tasers, then went to body cameras, then went to cloud, moving that video to the cloud, working with prosecutors and how they were actually presented evidence and closing cases. Now we're moving in the other direction to when that first call comes in, can we actually get more information and disseminate that information in an effective way to law enforcement? This is the moat for Axon's business, that it is an ecosystem. A law enforcement agency could effectively go all in on Axon and take all of these products and go, you know what? We want you to help us train our staff. We want to have Axon products all the way from 911 all the way through to prosecution. And Axon would happily serve that at scale with not only hardware, but software. So this is the moat behind the business. This is what keeps driving the phenomenal numbers that we see from Axon. Thanks to our friends at The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/ASYM for the top 10 stocks to buy right now. Now, there's no question Axon is an expensive stock today. Enterprise value to sales is 25 now. Price to earnings multiple is nearly 200. That is extremely high. But look at this 10-year compound annual growth rate. Not a lot of companies are going to be able to grow over 29% annually. And by the way, that growth rate has picked up the last couple of years. That's because this ecosystem continues to grow. So Axon's able to sell to more agencies and is able to offer more solutions to those agents. It's really a perfect storm for Axon. So they've built just this phenomenal ecosystem that continues to get wide. And what you're going to see in the future is this orange segment, the services revenue, continue to grow at a much faster rate than product revenue. Product revenue is going to be hardware like tasers, like body cameras. That's folded into a lot of their subscriptions now, but a lot of their revenue and their high margin revenue is going to come from services. That is what has been growing at a 74% compound annual rate over the past decade. Just phenomenal growth. That is really the growth driver of the business. And it's this ecosystem. It's adding these pieces one by one that has really made Axon the juggernaut that we see today. So this is just another tool for them to move deeper into law enforcement. And I think where they're using artificial intelligence, which is really critical, is it's a tool. It is not a blunt force instrument. They're not trying to spread AI everywhere. They're just using it where it makes sense. So at a point where it's critical to take in a lot of information and process that information very quickly, can a single human do that? Or would it be better to just put that through an AI system and try to help everybody who is in the law enforcement ecosystem work better, more effectively with the help of AI? That makes a lot of sense to me. We'll see how this plays out in the future. Not an acquisition that has closed yet, but another one that could make this business even stickier in the future. But let me know what you think about Axon stock. Is it too expensive for you? I pared back a little bit over the past couple of years just because the valuation is so high, but still love where the company is going. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to Asymmetric Investing. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you here next time.